Hello and everyone, welcome to a game between Please versus Deathnote, a human versus night elf matchup taking place here on Amazonia. Please has spawned as a blue night elf player on the bottom left hand side of the map. Meanwhile, Deathnote has spawned as the yellow human player on the top right. Should be an entertaining match as things are already getting underway. Really looking to see how players are adapting to the new patches or the new patch, balancing things out, whether or not mountain giants will be used as heavily as before, and things of that nature. I know that my opinions are my own, and Sundering Blades. What I like about the Sundering Blades build is, yes, a lot of people were saying like, well, it's just gonna make mountain giants, that much weaker. Mountain giants, in the matchup, knights are just going to be too strong. Well, it's not like they actually buffed knights or buffed Sundering Blades. They just made it faster and less expensive, free to get. So the question, and therefore in the follow-up would have, well, my follow-up question would have been, have I seen a lot of Warcraft 3 games where, well, would 30 seconds and an extra, what, 150 gold, 100 lumber made a defining difference in the game? Or is it just, like bean counting at that point? And I have to go with the latter. Like, yes, it sounds really, really powerful on paper, but my belief is that it isn't nearly as strong or as detrimental to the matchup as a lot of players are making it out to be. Now, could I be wrong? Absolutely, 100% yes. I could be wrong. It could have profound impacts on timings and other things of that nature. But I don't think that is going to be the case. Anyways, we're looking at Please clearing out this 5-3-3 creep camp with that lightning shield very effectively, and now going after this rogue and apprentice wizard here. Off to the north, we're seeing the archmage, but pretty much doing a very similar strategy, using that lightning shield and also following it up with militia. This common strategy to try and clear out these creep camps very, very quickly, and getting up to level 2 is something that we've seen from the Amazonia time map pool for quite a bit. I am liking a lot of the new maps, where it just doesn't feel like, hey, level one, getting to level 2 should just be a foregone conclusion. Actually, being forced to actually move out a little bit further and try and do all that, that's a significantly better, as we're looking at the militia now going after the mud golem creep camp and the rock golem creep camp here. However, this does mean that it is wide open for Please to go ahead and clear up this particular base as well. Militia are going to be trying to fight back as the Keeper of the Grove is, well, getting into some engagements once more. All right, where is this? Well, is this militia going to get taken down? I do believe so. It gets taken out as well. Archmage is now at level 3, has a couple of peasants off over here, and could be trying to, well, set up I don't know, setting up an expansion seems like a rather dangerous proposition when he doesn't even have enough peasants back at his own town hall. More footmen are getting trained. Militia are trying to make their way back out here. And we're going to see a level 3 Archmage going up against Please, level 2 Keeper of the Grove. That Keeper of the Grove is relatively low on mana. But then again, we also know that it doesn't take much time for the Keeper of the Grove or any Night Elf hero to rebound and then double up on that pressure after that, during the first night. Plenty of Moonwells down across here is going to go ahead and deny that one treant there, as the Archmage, sits very close, or only just slightly north of 3, while the Keeper of the Grove is getting closer to 3 himself. Down to the bottom left here, we already see a transition into Huntresses, and we are still at tier 2. No true tech at all, and this may catch Deathnote off guard. All right, nope, there's the Huntresses there. And are we going to see, yep, Water Elemental is being dropped out. Huntress is going to try and engage here. Actually, please, revealing those 4 Huntresses is going to have Death Note, well, try and change up his strategy. Yeah, I believe he purposely canceled the expansion that he was building on after spotting all of those Huntresses, realizing, wait a second, if I expand now while my opponent isn't teching, just massing up a large army, things are going to go sideways really fast. Great adaptation by Death Note here, as we are getting ancient protectors set up on the far side of the map. Militia, well, excuse me, Footman now trying to engage here. There's Detonation, Keeper of the Grove now sitting at level 3. Level 2 Entangle could be on the board. Yeah, and level 2 Entangle, what does that really mean, as the Archmage is now just currently surrounded Huntresses? There's a reveal who's going to end up getting taken down. There's a reveal on top of that. Archmage able to break free once more as another Entangle goes off. Archmage in a little bit of trouble, uses the Potion of Greater Healing in order to break free here, as Please may be forced to try and retreat back again. All right, Archmage trying to chase as we see another Entangle go down. And while the Archmage may be forced to use a Scroll of Town Portal anyways, as there's a reveal again and more damage coming back across. Reveals are not free, and reveals do not last that long, as the Keeper of the Grove now running back off to the north here. Now, this is going to buy time for this Ancient Protector to have finished during this walk back. And now Huntresses, what are they going to do? Keeper of the Grove has mana. Another Ancient Protector getting added, as this Ancient Protector now walking on over. Goblin Shredder was trying to join in on the fight here. Is it going to be able to get into that fight? That is the question. Militia now making its way over, as we do see Ancient Protector is already back down. There goes that Entangle there. Archmage going to try and hide. Looks like it will be able to do exactly that. There is a reveal. More damage getting added across here, as the units are just trying to push their way through. Archmage able to slip through, but doesn't want to use the heal as of yet, as the Huntresses are now being forced to walk in a single file line back out. All right, here we are. Archmage is going to be in a decent spot to heal back down to the south here, but this means that this entire base is completely wide open right now. All right, Ancient Protector taking quite a bit of damage as it's trying to get constructed up. It's just going to end up getting canceled here in just a moment. And, well, Please is going to cancel it. Well, no, yes, he does. He does end up canceling it right there, as the Archmage now trying to fight back here. Reducing fortified armor, but fortified armor still takes full damage from, oh, what is going on here? Goblin Shredder about to get taken out. No, massive repairs on the peasants, as this attack by Please, which looked so promising moments ago, seems to have stalled and run out of gas. Deathnote with his response to try and get to stop that expansion. A beautiful play there. Keeper of the Grove, are we going to be looking at more damage? Oh, wow, there goes an Entangle. Huntress going after this Footman right there. It's going to get taken down, as well as the Huntress now will be able to back away with that superior movement speed. Please sitting at 30 supply compared to 26 army sizes, comparable. And, well, the Moonwells, 3 Moonwells, fairly full. We are looking at more Wisp trying to get added in across, as well as selling some items, clarity potion, and a Moonstone in addition. Please is playing fairly well, even though it hasn't really he hasn't really taken the lead that I thought he would. Chasing that Archmage lost a little bit of time. Also, Deathnote and his plethora of workers actually worked in his favor, as he was able to repair the Goblin Shredder, who was dealing 34 to 61 damage. Water Elementals were also at level 2, allowing for higher damage dealing as well. That 33 to 41 piercing damage, rather effective, as we see, well, Deathnote losing a Footman who just tried to venture forth a little bit too much. Now, we're looking at Water Elementals. Huntresses coming across here. That damage from that Water Elemental could add up very quickly. Turning back around, more Ancient Protectors. Are we going to get another Entangle off? No, we are not. There is Water Elementals trying to come across here. Are we going to see a detonation? Yes, we are, as the fighting is already getting underway. There's a detonation right there, taking damage or dealing damage to both Water Elementals once more in a pair, as more Wisp are still being constantly brought over into this fight. All right, are we going to see a detonation? Nope, no detonation here. Wisp purposely dodges a little bit of damage. Oh, doesn't get the cancellation there. That piercing damage dealing that full 33 to 41 as there was no armor on the building as it was being constructed. Clarity Potion now being used by the Keeper of the Grove, looking to stay close to that Ancient Protector as it is nearing completion. A quick entangle there as we see a Beastmaster follow up from behind. Deathnote now with a Beastmaster. Level 1 should be dropping some Quill Beast for more piercing damage as well. Not quite sure. Yep, there it is, finally out here on the battlefield, looking to finish things off as Please is going to end up stalling his tower attempt once more. The Quill Beasts of the Beastmaster and the Water Elementals of the Archmage should be more than enough to deal with these Huntresses here, as Please may have to go back home and, well, come up with a new plan to try and take down Deathnote. He can't stay at tier 1. He can't continue to mass Huntresses, especially as that Beastmaster gets to level 3 and that Archmage gets to level 5. The level 3 Water Elementals and the level 2 Quill Beasts will simply eat the Huntresses for breakfast. Coming back down, we are still training up more Wisps as well. We're looking at all of these Huntresses down here. No tech to tier 2 means that we can't even get a Goblin Alchemist for some additional healing. Now, what does this also mean for Deathnote? Deathnote has a bit of time, a bit of reprieve. 23 to 30, over 36 supply going up against 40. Now, Deathnote is not in the clear yet. He still needs to train up more peasants. He still needs to get Arcane Sanctum for the priest, get Adept training as well for the get Adept training to dispel the trance and also to remove those entangles. Deathnote also playing a bit of a game here and wanting to have some water elementals in the play just in case. And Deathnote can't be aggressive here, but by being defensive, well, the Keeper of the Grove is going to be able to get to level 5 and also perhaps be able to get a little bit more going as well. 43 over 50 supply here. Quill Beast once again out on the battlefield. Keeper of the Grove did have a potion of rejuvenation and a clarity potion being used, so it made sense for him to just entangle that one Quill Beast to make sure that no damage was done. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And it looks like that's exactly what Please is gonna do. Is he gonna prove me wrong and just say, well, I just need one more attempt to figure out how to break through and then I will come out ahead? Is that his plan? Bringing in a scroll of healing in addition to having a decent amount of mana. All right, in comes Ancient Protectors once more. Quill Beast coming back down to the south. Well, when you're, what's the saying? If you cannot win with brute force, consider the option that you are not using enough. And that is the strategy that Please is going for right here. He is trying to win this fight outright with brute force, and it could end up working. Archers are coming in from the behind here. Well, Goblin Shredder joining in on the battle. There's a quick scroll of healing trying to push its way through. It looks as though the priest, yes, did have Adept training. So the Adept training is going to remove those entangles and also remove a little bit more there. There goes another entangle, but it may be too little, too late indeed, as the water elemental are going to get taken out here. Keeper of the Grove already about halfway to level 6 as well. Keeper of the Grove currently low on mana though, as we're looking at an entangle go down onto a water elemental, just trying to get as much experience as he can. Archmage hiding in the back here. Beastmaster getting resurrected. Mass Priest are here as well, as the Ancient Protectors are slowly walking their way over. All right. Slow on all of those Huntresses. That could be a pretty negative effect as well. Water Elemental trying to dash and move away. Glaive bounce damage is going to, well, perhaps find a couple of additional targets. There goes another Water Elemental again, as the Keeper of the Grove sitting at about 5 2/3. Getting Ancient Protectors in position to start, well, chucking those giant boulders at the barracks. 45 to 54 damage. Well, see, that pretty effective damage overall. I remember back in the day when it was actually siege damage done by those Ancient Protectors. It just made more sense thematically if you have a giant rock coming at your head, that it was do decent damage than an arrow of the same type. But no, that was no longer the case here. Now we are getting some glaive bounce across these units. Are we going to see the priest try to make their way through? No, that doesn't make any sense at all, as the ancient protectors are going to continue to push on in. The barracks are going to get taken down, and Deathnote, is he going to be able to hold with just summons? Still does AoE damage. Does it? It's not attacking the thing. Oh, yep, it does. It still does a little bit of AoE damage. In fact, yep, that farm right next to it, it is dealing damage right there, and we are now looking at those attacks scoring back. We are getting some repairs as well as we are looking at some detonations across those units. There's some Dispel Magic Huntresses trying to make their way through towers while working their magic, and now all of a sudden Deathnote may end up becoming supply box as well. All right, there goes one barracks, another barracks about to get taken down, and Please has just been knocking on this door for so long, as we are looking at mortar teams trying to, well, finish things off here. Keeper of the Grove could try to go for an entangle on that mortar team, but it would not be a good use at all, as, well, the mortar team would just get dispelled by the priest and the breaking free of that entangle. More damage still coming back across here. Keeper of the Grove using up a clarity potion, more healing getting underway, and, well, we are getting up an entangle on that Beastmaster once more, who's kind of getting blocked in a tough spot anyways. All right, Trent joining in on the battle. There's one dispel, followed up another dispel there, as the water elementals are falling. All right, Huntress is trying to back up. Keeper of the Grove does have another scroll of protection, doing a great job at just spreading out all of this damage across multiple units, as the Ancient Protector now, while taking still a fair bit of damage here, and maybe needing to root itself back. All right, Keeper of the Grove uses Tranquility there, and is just continuing to heal up as well, as all of the Archers and Huntresses are, well, gaining so much health and able to push in so much longer. Level 16-minute point, and already at the ultimate ability, as we're looking at the units trying to retreat back again and again. Two Ancient Protectors have walked into a human base, and that's no joke at all, as we're looking at the Ancient Protectors still taking quite a bit of damage. Finally, one Huntress gets taken down, level 4, level 1, and this pressure all mounting up may just end up becoming far too much. Keeper of the Grove may want to try and get... Wait, what is this? A Scroll of Town Portal, and is going to be going for a tactical retreat here. 41 supply, and, well, the Mass Huntresses coupled with the Mortar teams enough to push back all of these units. Still a large number of Wisp hanging out across on the other side of the map. Where are they going to perhaps try and go next? They're going to try and go home. Dispelled. Yes. Oh. Alright. Accidental. Accidental. Well, zoom forward. Alright, come back across here. Alright, Beastmaster. Well, Beastmaster, Sorceress, Priest. Now, back up. You know what? It's... yeah. Because I do the mouse drag, that's why. Right? So if I do this... right, it's... I need the scroll wheel. Like, if you want to follow a battle, instead of doing, like... right? Which, like, I feel is a little bit too choppy, like to slowly drag a battle, and that's good camera work, I think. Korean observe with arrows. You think this is better? Yeah, see, I feel that this is like, this tears. Right? If you're trying to do like slow pans of battles, I feel that's cleaner. Gotta get good. Oh. Oh, the Huntress is getting taken out to open up for a Panda. Interesting choice. Panda, the second hero after Please, now teching to tier 2. Yeah. Coming back around. Well, Keeper of the Grove has plenty of mana. Panda gonna perhaps try and creep alongside some Huntresses and some archers here. That is a lot of archers, a good transition for Please to try and go after this massive sorceress and priest army. Now the damage on those archers, 17 to 21 damage, so it does have a little bit of improved damage already. Keeper of the Grove in that front line, and actually taking a little bit of the experience away as we're looking at some, well, claps being thrown down here. All right, constantly trying to heal more and more. Tranquility, one of the fastest cooldowns on ultimate abilities. Unholy Aura picked up by the Brewmaster, allowing for better regeneration, or actual regeneration during the day as well. Panda sits at level 2, gonna go and finish off a Rock Golem. In addition, picking up a Tome of Intelligence. No, not gonna pick up the Tome of Intelligence +2, as apparently pandas don't read. Coming back through, Goblin Shredder still gathering lumber. Observing is great. Funny everything, funny every time you zoom in. Yeah, it's a mouse slip. It's a mouse slip. Coming back through here, Brewmaster down to 165 hit points. Has to be careful. Does get to level 3. Has level 2 Breath of Fire. And that Lightning Shield Huntress needs to back away here. There's another Purge onto that Brewmaster. Now he does have a Robe of Magi with a large amount of mana. Keeper of the Grove is nearby again. There uses a Scroll of Healing in that position. Staff of Preservation will get the Panda back home, and now perhaps he should pick up a Moonstone just so that, and use it just so that there is Moon Wells a little bit later on. Keeper of the Grove ready to finish off this fight here as the gold mines are nearly mined out. Well, I take it back. Deathnote, since he's been trying to defend for so long, he still has plenty of gold in his gold mine. Meanwhile, Please is gonna be up the creek a bit. He is going to be up on his last bit. He needs this next push to be effective. If it is not, well, Deathnote should be able to bounce back. Are we ready to go? We are looking at Rock Golems getting cleared off over here. Archmage is sitting at level 5. Beastmaster is going to get to level 4 in this position. Level 2 Quill Beast and level 2... well, nope. Potential Creep Jack. I thought it was going to be level 2 Quill Beast and level 2 Bears. A good front line and a good damage dealing back line. Please looking also at, well, fairy dragons to try and, well, the sorceresses, priests from constantly casting and dealing too much damage. We're going to be moving back off to the north here. A little bit of movement speed bonus as well. Panda, are we going to see a Drunken Haze Breath of Fire across all of those units? Fairy, well, we're looking at those the flying machines getting taken down pretty easily. One bear in the back here. Raging Bear does get a stun across as the Panda wants to line up a little bit more damage again, perhaps getting a level 2 Drunken Haze. Are we going to see level 2 Breath of Fire going across all of that backboard again? There's a Scroll of Healing as well. Panda could be in trouble losing quite a bit of mana in that front line spot as we see Tranquility now being used to just heal up easily. What is one of the counters to Tranquility? Well, you just don't fight there anymore as Breath of Fire coming across multiple flying machines again, adding up that damage slowly but surely. Panda continuing to battle it up here. Beastmaster could be in trouble using a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, trying to retreat back. 46 supply compared to 56. Deathnote with a beautiful hold, and now taking the supply lead and well, trying to take this advantage here. All right, Bears. Well, Raging Bear alongside some Quill Beast really pushing back this Huntress army as the Huntresses looking to fight, trying to retreat back. Staff of Preservation saves one unit. However, no remains of another as it gets splatted down by mortar teams. There is the Raging Bear with that bash. Sorceress slow. Huntress tries to hide in the night. However, flying machines quickly solving that particular problem. Tree of Ages has moved over to try and, well, entangle this gold mine. Please doesn't stand a chance here. 35 supply compared to 55. And gold still being mined a little bit more for Deathnote, but the army size is just too much. I believe this is going to be the beginning of the end, but the mortar teams can't be attacking the gold mine. They need to be attacking the army here. This is everything that Please has. Here's the next engagement. Mortar teams trying to finish things off. Tree of Ages about to get taken down. Well, maybe Tree of Ages is the most important thing to deal to finish off, as well as Tranquility once again being used. However, Raging Bear stopping the Keeper of the Grove with a bash, and no more Tranquility. Perhaps that was Please's trump card as there's the GG, well played. Keeper of the Grove falls at the last moment. Deathnote gets the win, and wow, an uphill battle throughout that match. Please staying on one base, going up against Deathnote, who was on one base, but in the end, well, Deathnote was able to hold on and claim the victory. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.